Alright guys, this is a quick second part to 5.3. I ran out of time in the first video, so we stopped the first video for 5.3 right here. We were saying because functions are relations, they are graphed using the same methods. If the domain is not restricted, then a smooth curve connecting the ordered pairs should be drawn. So if we're not told specific points, then what we're going to do is create a line or a smooth curve. So let's look at this function. We have f of x equals negative x squared. We're going to create our t-chart. We have x on the left, we have our function rule in the middle, and then we have our ordered pairs that we'll get in the right. And we're not given specific x values, so what we're going to do is just pick our own, and we're going to choose some that are going to be easy to graph. So we're not going to pick like 36 or anything like that. Let's stay close to 0. So since the domain's not restricted, let's just go ahead and pick some numbers. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I like to have at least 5 numbers when I'm graphing a function so that I have plenty of points to connect into a smooth curve. When we plug in each of these numbers, we're going to use parentheses to protect our negative sign here. So always use parentheses when you substitute. So we're going to substitute in, and we're going to do the math here. And -2 squared is 4. We've got to do our exponent first. And then we've got this negative on the outside, so that becomes a -4. Don't forget your order of operations here. So our ordered pairs end up being -2, -4, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, -1, and 2, -4. So we were not given specific x points or x values, so we just created our own. We're now going to go to the Cartesian plane and graph those ordered pairs. Let's plot the points. When we plot the points, it looks like this. Now, because we weren't given specific points and we just picked our own, we need to show using a line that any x values could work since we weren't given specific ones. So we're going to connect our dots using that smooth curve there. And at the end of our curve, we are going to draw arrows because we could have picked x values from down here. We could have picked, x equals -10 or x equals +10. We could have picked anything. So we want that line to continue going forever and ever. Our domain, because it wasn't told to us a specific point, and if we look here, our farthest left point, this will keep going forever and ever and ever to the left, and our farthest right point will keep going forever and ever and ever. We weren't restricted. We weren't given a specific domain, and so our domain is all real numbers. Our range, however, if you look, our range is never going to go above this point. It's always going to be below this point. So we would write our range as this. Y is less than or equal to 0. Because our y values are always going to be less than or equal to 0. Alright, I told you that was just a quick part 2. I needed to finish that up on what to do when you weren't given specific domain values or x values. So today we did a couple of things with these 2 parts. We used a relations graph to determine its domain, how far left and right it goes, and its range, how far up and down it goes. We also used the graph to determine whether it was a function. Remember, if it's a function, it will pass the vertical line test. The vertical line will only pass through it once. Plus, we also graphed some simple relations and functions, using both given domains and plotting points, or not being given a domain, coming with our own points and connecting our points with a smooth line. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask me next class.